Greetings students, welcome to my class again. Students, in the previous video I have told you the brief summary of the 100 dresses part 1, and now we will start with the explanation of the chapter. So my dear students, I hope you all have the books in your hands and the books are open. So the chapter name is 100 dresses part 1, which is written by Eleanor Astor. And before you read, how do we judge the people around us? By their money, wealth and possessions, or is there something of more enduring value to look for in a person? This story is a sensitive account of how a poor young girl is judged by her classmates. Wanda Petronsky is a young Polish girl who goes to school with other American children in an American town. These other children see Wanda as different in many ways. Can you guess how they treat her? Now student, these 2 points tell us. The first point tell us about that how do we judge people by their wealth, income, possessions, or there are some other ways also. If the person does not have wealth, possessions or money, so how would we judge her? This story is about that, and the story is about Wanda Petronsky. I have told you, and now we'll find out that what is the story is about. Before that, read in this box, everybody can see. We will read the information in the box below. Find out more about this community for about a related topic from an encyclopedia or the internet. The Polish American community in the United States. The first Polish immigrants arrived in America in 1608, but the largest wave of Polish immigration occurred in the early 20th century. जो पोलैंड के लोग थे वो अमेरिका में पहली बार आए 1908 में, but the largest number of them came in the 20th century when more than 1 million Polish migrated to the United States. अपना देश छोड़ के United States of America में आके वो बस गए. The Polish state did not exist at that time, and the immigrants were identified according to their country of origin rather than to ethnicity. They were identified as Russian Polish, German Polish and Austrian Polish. So Polish states बने नहीं थे, Polish राज्य नहीं बने थे उस समय, तो उनकी दो कंट्री ऑफ ओरिजिन जहाँ से आए थे उनके नाम से उनको बुलाया जाने लगा, लाइक रशियन पॉलिश, जर्मन पॉलिश एंड द ऑस्ट्रियन पॉलिश. वन ऑफ द मोस्ट नोटेबल पॉलिश अमेरिकन कम्युनिटीज इज इन शिकागो एंड इट्स suburbs. So Chicago is sometimes called the second largest Polish city in the world because most of the Polish people or people who came from Poland, they lived there. That's why sometimes it is called. Next only to Warsaw, the capital of Poland. Polish Americans were sometimes discriminated against in the United States, as were the Irish, Italians and Jewish, because it happens in every country. People who came from other country and they live here, so some of the people of the same country, native country, they don't treat them well, they discriminate them, and that's what happened with the Polish people in Poland, people who came from Poland in America also. According to the United States 2000 census, 6,67,414 Americans of age 5 years and older reported Polish as the language spoken at home, which is about 1.4% of the people who speak languages other than English, or 0.25% of the US population. Now students, will start with this, the explanation of the chapter we will start. So today, Monday, Wanda Petronsky was not in her seat, but nobody, not even Peggy and Maddie, the girls who started all the fun, noticed her absence. Usually Wanda sat in the seat next to the last seat in the last row in room 13. She sat in the corner of the room where the rough boys who did not make good marks sat, the corner of the room where there was most scuffling of feet. Scuffling of feet meaning is given, dear students, noisy dodging movements of the feet on the ground, most roars of laughter when anything funny was said, and most mud and dirt on the floor. So the paragraph tells us that on Monday Wanda was absent in the class, nobody noticed, and the two girls I told you in the previous video, Peggy and Maddie, who started all the fun, they also did not notice her absence. And she used to sit in the corner seat, last bench row, any row she will sit last. Why? The reason I told you. And where the rough boys who makes the so much noise disturb the class, they used to sit there. Then she used to sit there. Vanda did not sit there because she was rough and noisy. So reason is given that why she used to sit, not because she was rough and noisy. She was not that kind of girl. On the contrary, on the other hand, which is opposite, she was very quiet and rarely said anything at all. She used to sit on the last bench, but she was not like a very rough and noisy girl. On the contrary, opposite, उसके opposite थी, बहुत शांत रहती थी, चुपचाप रहती थी और किसी ने उसके बाद कभी सुनी भी नहीं थी. And nobody had ever heard her laugh out loud. Sometimes she twisted her mouth into a crooked sort of smile, but that was all. किसी ने उसे कभी जोर से हंसते हुए भी नहीं सुना. Sometimes people saw that she is giving a crooked smile, बड़ी अजीब सी smile देती थी, लेकिन किसी ने but that was all. उसके अलावा कभी किसी ने उसे ऊंचा बोलते हुए और nobody heard her saying louder or laughing louder, something like that. Now, nobody knew exactly why Vanda sat in that seat, unless it was because she came all the way from Boggins Heights and her feet were usually caked with dry mud. Nobody knew why she used to sit on the last bench, unless जब तक कि उसको she used to come from the Boggins Heights, which was very far, and she used to come by feet, and she must cross the dry mud. That's why her feet were full of dry mud. They were baked. It is written. Usually caked with dry mud, मतलब आपके पैर पूरे से कीचड़ से भरे होते हैं, लेकिन सूखा कीचड़, not the dry mud. But no one really thought much about Vanda Petronsky once she sat in the corner of the room. But when she used to sit in the corner, nobody will notice her, nobody will think about her. The time when they thought about Vanda was outside of school hours, when people used to think, or other students used to think about her. It was the time outside of school hours, at noon time when they were coming back to school, or in the morning early before school began. जब स्कूल से जा रहे हो या फिर सुबह सुबह स्कूल शुरू होने से पहले, when groups of 2 or 3 or even more would be talking and laughing on their way to the schoolyard. जब सुबह सुबह स्कूल आते हुए बच्चे ग्रुप में होते हैं, बातें करते हुए आते होते हैं, या फिर स्कूल से जाने समय जब वो जा रहे होते हैं, then they used to talk about or think about Vanda. Then sometimes they waited for Vanda to have fun with her, and those point of times, they used to sometimes, not every day, but sometimes they used to stop and they used to wait for Vanda to make fun of her. The next day, Tuesday, Vanda was not in school either. अगले दिन भी वो स्कूल नहीं आई, and nobody noticed her absence again. But nobody noticed, because she was not the famous or popular girl of the school, so nobody noticed. But on Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie, who sat down front with other children who got good marks and who did not track in a whole lot of mud, did notice that Vanda wasn't there. But on Wednesday, on the third day, Peggy and Maddie, Peggy was the most popular girl in the school and Maddie was her best friend, so they noticed that Vanda was absent on that day. Peggy was the most popular girl in school. She was pretty, she had many pretty clothes and her hair was curly. So that is the description of Peggy, most beautiful, most popular girl, beautiful girl, pretty, and she has many dresses and she had curly hair. Maddie was her closest friend, best friend. The reason Peggy and Maddie noticed Vanda's absence was because Vanda had made them late to school. They waited that day for Vanda in the morning, and they thought Vanda would come and they will make fun, they would have fun with her, but Vanda did not come and they got late because of her. They had waited and waited for Vanda to have some fun with her and she just hadn't come, और वो आई ही नहीं थी. They often waited for Vanda Petronsky to have fun with her, और कई बार वो वेट करते थे, किया था, ताकि वो उसके साथ कुछ इंजॉय कर सकें, मज़े उड़ा सकें, उसके मजाक बना सकें. So now student, there are 4 oral comprehension check. We have to see this and we have to find out the answers. Oral comprehension है, where in the classroom does Vanda sit and why? I have told you that classroom she used to sit on the last bench, and there is a reason behind that. She was not like very noisy and rough kind of character girl, but she used to come from the Bogin side, which was very far from the main town, and she used to come by walking. That's why she used to get late to the school, and she had no choice that all the seats were filled, and she had to sit on the last one. That was the reason. Where does Venda live? Venda lives on the Bogin side. What kind of a place do you think it is? A place which is very far from main town, very far. She was a poor girl, so she could not afford to, her family could not afford to stay and live in the main town, so they used to live in a colony which was very far from the, or area, Bogin side, which was very far from the main town. When and why do Peggy and Maddie notice Venda's absence? They noticed Venda's absence on Wednesday. She was not coming for the last 3 days, but they noticed her absence on the third day, Wednesday, when they were waiting for Venda in the morning to have some fun with her. She did not come, and then they realized that she had not come. What do you think to have fun with her means? Well, to have fun with her, to have fun with Venda Petronsky means that she was an immigrant from Poland to America, and in America people have short names like James, Rocky, Tommy, and Tom, and they used to find her name different, a very long name, weird name, strange name, and she was a very quiet and shy girl, so they used to have fun with her. They used to find her name very weird and strange, and they used to make fun of her. It is given here that funny was said the most. Venda Petronsky, when she said so that she was pretty fun with her means they used to wait for her. They used to, before school started and after the school ends, they used to make fun, make groups, and they used to have fun with her by taking his name Venda Petronsky and all these things. So you can find answers on your own also, my dear students. Now we will start with the next paragraph after oral comprehension check. Now please pay attention. Venda Petronsky. Most of the children in room 13 did not have names like that. They had names easy to say, like Thomas, Smith, or Alan. This question, last one, is answer is given after that. I found this. So Thomas, Smith, or Alan, there was one boy named Bounce, Willie Bounce, and people thought that was funny, but not funny in the same way that Petronsky was. So in the room number 13, other classmates of Venda, they used to find her name very long. They were having short names, and Venda Petronsky, one boy there was, his name was Willie Bounce, and other students used to think that it was funny, but it was not as funny as Venda Petronsky's name. Venda did not have any friends. Venda का कोई भी दोस्त नहीं था. She came to school alone and went home alone. So because she didn't have any friends, she used to come alone and go alone only. कोई भी दोस्त ना होने की वजह से अकेली आती थी और अकेली जाती थी. She always wore a faded blue dress that didn't hang right, didn't fit properly. I told you that she used to wear only one dress, faded blue dress. It was not iron, it was not of her size also. It's not fit properly. It was clean, but it looked as though it had never been ironed properly. She didn't have any friends, but a lot of girls talked to her. उसका कोई दोस्त तो नहीं था, but there were many girls who used to talk to her. Sometimes they surrounded her in the schoolyard as she stood watching the little girls play. Hopscotch. Hopscotch is the game in which children hop into an oval squares marked on the ground. In Hindi we say, जिसको हम लंगड़ी का गेम कहते हैं. On one leg you fold and another leg with you jump on that boxes. Box बनाते हैं, यहाँ से वहाँ जाना होता है. Hopscotch in English we call that. She didn't have any friends. Sometimes they surrounded her in the schoolyard, as she stood watching the little, and she never used to talk, quite shy girl, so she used to watch other girls playing hopscotch. So they, whenever she used to watch them, sometimes they surrounded her. Vanda, Peggy would say in a most courteous manner, as though she were talking to Miss Mason. Vanda, she would say, giving one of her friends a nudge. A nudge means when you push your friend like this and you want to make your friend notice that what are you saying. So you used to say Vanda, and she used to do like this to her friend Peggy. Peggy used to do like this. Tell us, how many dresses did you say you had hanging up in your closet? When other girls used to surround her, surround Vanda, then Peggy is also with, Maddie and other girls, and she used to do like this and say, Vanda, tell us about, how many dresses did you say you had hanging up in your closet? कितनी ड्रेस हैं तुम्हारे पास जो तुम्हें कहते हो कि तुम्हारे क्लोजेट में हैं? 100, Vanda would say. 100, exclaimed all the little girls incredulously. Incredulously meaning is given showing unwillingness to believe. When you hear something which you can't believe, so they used to, other girls also used to give the same expression. And the little ones would stop playing hopscotch and listen. When other girls who were playing hopscotch, they used to listen 100, they used to stop and listen. Stop playing and listen. Yeah, 100, all lined up, said Vanda. Then her thin lips drew together in silence. तो when उससे पूछते थे कि तुम्हारे पास कितनी ड्रेस है, पैगी पूछती थी, बोलती थी 100, फिर सारी लड़कियां सुनती थी और रुक जाती थी खेलना भी, बोलती थी 100, वेंडा बोलती थी यस 100, एंड सारी की सारी लाइन में हैं, लाइंड अप, एक एक करके तरीके से जमी हुई हैं, और फिर उसके जो थिन पतले से लिप्स थे वो जुड़ जाते थे और चुप शांत हो जाती थी वो. What are they like? All silk, I bet, said Peggy. Yeah, all silk, all colors. Velvet too? Yeah, velvet too. 100 dresses, Vanda would repeat stolidly, not showing any feeling, all lined up in my closet. So they used to ask that all silk हैं. Peggy ने उससे पूछा सारी सारी कैसी दिखती हैं, सारी सिल्क हैं? उसने बोला यस सारी सिल्क हैं और सारे कलर्स हैं. एंड वेलवेट भी है? she said yes, velvet too. Without any expression or any feeling, she was saying all these things. She said all these things and all line up in my closet. Then they would let her go. इतना करने के बाद they used to do this thing many times. Many times they used to surround her, ask about the dresses, and after that they would let her go. And then before she would go on very far, she would go a little far, and then they would express they couldn't help bursting into shrieks and peals of laughter. मतलब बहुत ज़ोर ज़ोर से, जैसे ही वो थोड़ी सी दूर जाती थी बहुत ज़ोर ज़ोर से वो हंसना शुरू कर देते थे, because they didn't believe that she could have 100 dresses. 100 dresses. Obviously, the only dress Vanda had was the blue one she wore every day. So why did she say she had 100? What a story. How many shoes did you say you had? 60 pairs, all lined up in my closet. Cries of exaggerated politeness greeted this. All alike? Oh, no. Every pair is different, all colors, all lined up. So she used to say that they used to ask her about, they used to think that obviously she is lying, because they used to see her in only one dress, which was faded blue dress. Then they used to ask about her shoes, how many shoes. She used to say 60 pairs and all lined up and this and that. So she has to ask that all are same. Well, no, every pair of shoes is different and all colors, all lined up. Peggy, who had thought up this game, and Maddie, her inseparable friend, were always the last to leave. All the other girls used to leave, and they used to leave at the last. Finally, Vanda would move up the street, her eyes dull and her mouth closed, hitching her left shoulder. Hitching means when you are making your shoulders, left shoulders or any shoulder like this, every now and then, in the funny way she had, finishing the walk to school alone. Peggy and Maddie were best friends, and they used to leave up at last. And finally Vanda would move, and she would go up to the street, and she would walk, her eyes and dull and her mouth closed, and she used to walk like this. When she is walking, she, every now and then she would do her left shoulder like this, in while she is walking. And that was a very funny way. Peggy was not really cruel. She protested small children from bullies. They are talking in this paragraph, they are talking about Peggy, that what kind of a girl she was. Peggy was not a cruel girl, in real. She was the one who protested small children from bullies. जो छोटे बच्चों को तंग करते थे, बड़े बच्चे सीनियर्स, उनको वो बचाती थी. And she cried for hours if she saw an animal mistreated. And she was a kind of girl, if she will see that somebody is mistreating with an animal, she would cry for an hours, मतलब कई घंटों तक वो रोती रहेगी. If anybody had said to her, don't you think that is a cruel way to treat Vanda, she would have been very surprised. Cruel? Why did the girl say she had 100 dresses? Anybody could tell that was a lie. Why did she want to lie? And she wasn't just an ordinary person, else why did she have a name like that? Anyway, they never made her cry. Means, if she was a good girl, she never wanted to hurt Vanda, and she was not a cruel girl. She, kind of girl who used to protect small children, and if she would cry if she saw somebody mistreating an animal, and if somebody would ask her that this is not a good way of treating, don't you think that how do you mistreat, or how that is very cruel way of treating Vanda? So she used to say that, what, cruel? I don't think so. Why did the girl say? She used to do this thing because of that reason, that Vanda used to say, I have 100 dresses all lined up. That's why she used to say that that girl is definitely lying. What is the reason of her lying behind that? And because of her name, it's a very long name, strange, weird name, and that she must be not an ordinary girl. She's a different girl, and she's not an ordinary person. Anyway, they never made her cry, but still they never did anything so extreme that would made her cry. As for Maddie, this business of asking Vanda every day how many dresses and how many hats and how many this and that she had was bothering her. Maddie was poor herself. She usually wore somebody's hand-me-down clothes, means second-hand clothes. When you wear clothes and they become a little old, you give it to someone else. That is hand-me-down clothes. She usually wore somebody's hand-me-down clothes. Thank goodness she didn't live up on Boggins Heights or have a funny name. So Maddie, on the other hand, she was not feeling well. This game of asking vendors that how many dresses, how many hats, shoes, this and that started bothering her, because she herself was a poor girl. She used to wear somebody's hand-me-down clothes. Thank goodness she did not live up on Boggins Heights or have a funny name. And she used to think कि भगवान का शुक्र है कि मेरा नाम funny नहीं है, and I am not living on Boggins Heights, which is very far from the main town. Sometimes when Peggy was asking Vanda those questions in that mocking, polite voice, Maddie felt embarrassed and studied the marbles in the palm of her hand. तो कभी कभी what happens, क्या होता था कभी कभी, when Peggy was busy in asking Vanda those questions in that mocking, polite voice. आप जब किसी का here false meant to make fun of, when you are making fun of and then still in polite way. तो mocking, polite voice means funny way में आप उसका मजाक उड़ा रहे हैं, but the way of talking is very polite, but you are making fun of other. So Maddie used to feel embarrassed and studied at that point of time she used to study the marbles in her palm. उसके पास जो संगमरमर के थोड़े marbles पत्थर होते थे उनको वो देखती रहती थी. रोलिंग देम अराउंड एंड सेइंग नथिंग हर सेल्फ, और चुपचाप खड़ी रहती थी, उनको हाथों में घुमाती रहती तो चुपचाप खड़ी रहती थी. नॉट दैट शी फेल्ट सॉरी फॉर वेंडा, इट वॉज नॉट लाइक दैट एट दैट मोमेंट शी वॉज फीलिंग सॉरी फॉर वेंडा. नो, एग्जैक्टली, शी वुड नेवर हैव paid any attention to Vanda if Peggy hadn't invented the dresses game. The point is that if Peggy hadn't invented the game of dresses, she wouldn't have noticed Vanda, because Vanda was a very quiet and shy girl. That was the real thing. But suppose Peggy and all the others started in on her next. She was thinking that what would happen if the Peggy and other students will start targeting her next. She would be next. She wasn't as poor as Vanda, perhaps. शायद वो उतनी गरीब नहीं थी जितनी वेंडा थी शायद, but she was poor. लेकिन वो गरीब थी. She was poor. She had a of course she would have more sense than to say she had 100 dresses. Still, she would not like for them to begin on her. She wished Peggy would stop teasing Vanda Petronsky. She thought that if what would happen if I will be the next target of Peggy and other classmates, because she was also poor, not as poor as Vanda, but she was poor, but she had this mind that I would not say that I despite knowing that I am a poor girl, I would not say that I have 100 dresses. And she wished, उसकी इच्छा थी कि पैगी वुड स्टॉप टीजिंग वेंडा पेट्रोंस्की. उसकी चाहती थी कि वो वेंडा पेट्रोंस्की को टीज करना बंद कर दे, उसका मजाक उड़ाना बंद कर दे. स्टूडेंट, I think this is enough for today's class. We will continue tomorrow. Till then, thank you and keep studying, keep smiling.